Hello creatives! In this video, I'll share 10 daily habits of frugal people that save you money to enable you to make meaningful financial decisions. According to Samuel Johnson, without frugality, none can be rich, and with it, very few can be poor. So, if your goal is to get rich, it's time to start living frugally. Let me start by explaining what frugal living is. Being frugal is all about being intentional with your day-to-day spending. In that case, you prioritize the most important things as you cut back on the less important ones. As a result, it becomes easy to save money living frugally. To me, frugal living means getting the most value from everything, and that includes stretching my budget. Today, I want to share the daily behaviors that frugal people have that can save you money. Watch out for number 8. It's my obsession when it comes to saving money. But before then, if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel and continue receiving great videos like this one. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get informed every time I publish a life-changing video. Let's begin. Number 1. Frugal people pay themselves first. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. What the Oracle of Omaha was talking about is paying yourself first. This personal finance approach requires you to save up or invest before making purchases or paying your bills. So, not only does it promote frugality, but it also ensures you save and invest consistently. The other benefit is that paying yourself first creates a financial cushion against emergencies because you're able to set aside some cash for an emergency fund. Someone may get sick, a car may break down, or a roof may start leaking. These emergencies need quick addressing, and having some money saved up is the best decision you'll ever make. The takeaway: avoid overspending by putting some money in a savings account or investment account. That's how to pay yourself first. Number 2. Frugal people first try to repair. Not every repair needs an expert. Some are just DIY, which means you don't have to pay anybody. For example, you don't need to pay someone to fix your plumbing, the doorbell, or the bulb holder. The same goes for the sink, maybe a broken fence, or a leaky roof. That's what frugal people do. They try to fix it before taking to an expert. I, for example, have a toolbox for fixing minor issues at home. If it's something that I've never attempted, I first check on YouTube for tutorials. It's just when it gets way too complicated to attempt that I take it to a professional. The takeaway: take out your toolbox and find some video tutorials on YouTube to guide you to do home repairs. Number 3. Frugal people live stingily. Sometimes being stingy is useful if you want to save. It allows you to focus on savings and set priorities. When living stingy, you don't buy things impromptu or live a showy life. No, you become too careful with every dollar that comes out of your pocket. That makes it easy to save up for investments and emergencies. Simply put, if you live a cheap and straightforward life now, you can have a more fulfilling life tomorrow. I like how Henry David Thoreau puts it: that man is richest whose pleasures are cheapest. So how can I live stingily? For starters, unsubscribe from costly subscriptions like cable TV or club memberships and expensive internet. Also, set up a budget and live by it. Also, take advantage of grocery deals and get rid of costly habits like dining out and drinking. The takeaway: start living stingily and boost your saving. Number 4. Frugal people utilize up to the last drop. Frugal people don't replace something until it's entirely used. They use toothpaste and shampoo up to the last pinch, and the same goes for groceries. They don't throw away food containers just because the level has dropped. Generally, frugal people budget for everything and only go to the shop when they are sure that a particular item is entirely run out. That allows them to save and invest, which is critical in becoming rich. The takeaway: when you learn to use up the last drop, you stop throwing away money. Instead, you start saving. Number 5. Frugal people often buy used. Frugal people don't just spend money on something because they need it. They explore all the available options to ensure they get the best deal. One thing they do is look for used options, as used options are cheaper. Their instincts will tell them to first check a second-hand store. From kitchen appliances to furniture, frugal people first look at second-hand options. A frugal person will opt to buy a used car that's roadworthy provided they get to save. It doesn't mean that they just buy for the sake of buying. They only buy when an item can fulfill their need and promises value. You can visit Craigslist to check for valuable used items. The takeaway: buying used saves you money, which is essential when looking to save. It's more important, however, that the items give you value. Number 6. Frugal people buy reusable. I like how Catherine Pulpier defines frugal living. She explains, being frugal does not mean being cheap, it means being economical and avoiding waste. That's how I see it as a frugal person. Whenever I buy a disposable item, I see it as throwing money away, so I prefer to purchase reusable since it saves money in the long run. Instead of buying kitchen towels, I prefer hand towels, which I can use as often as I want to. The only thing I need to do is wash them. I also buy reusable bags, reusable water bottles, and reusable batteries instead of disposable options. And if you have kids, you can get them reusable diapers. The takeaway: learn to buy reusable products to avoid shopping frequently, and that translates into saving. Besides, reusable products are environmentally friendly. Number 7. Frugal people buy in bulk. If you are smart in how you do it, buying in bulk is being frugal. What happens is that you need to shop for items that you use often and those with a longer shelf life. Doing so prevents you from investing your money on something that you may not use up to the last drop. Most stores offer discounts for bulk purchases, and that's what you should be aiming at. For example, I buy most of my household supplies at wholesale prices, saving me a lot of money. When it comes to cleaning supplies, diapers, paper towels, and cereals, the trick is to befriend wholesale store owners. That allows you to order at wholesale prices instead of retail, and that saves you money. The takeaway: look at your day-to-day supplies to identify those that you can buy in bulk. Ensure you get to save some money. Number 8. Frugal people live by the 1-for-1 rule. Frugal people have the habit of first getting rid of something they have before they buy a new one. We call the concept the 1-for-1 rule, and it's something that I use a lot when shopping for clothes. Before I learned about the 1-for-1 rule, I used to find it hard to resist new purchases. It's a substitution rule, where if you get one new dress or skirt, you have to get rid of an old one. The pain of getting rid of that dress is enough to stop you from buying a new one. This rule will also keep your closet more organized. I would buy up to 5 shirts of the same type just because I like the design. However, I don't do that anymore. I first ensure I get rid of the old one before I get a new one. So if it's still in good condition, then I don't have to replace it, which means I get to save. Note that the 1-for-1 rule also works for shoes and other fashion items. The takeaway: adopt the 1-for-1 rule to avoid impulse purchases. It can enable you to budget and save up. Number 9. Frugal people don't pay the full price. A simple life includes living frugally, getting more for less money. That's according to Catherine Pulsifer. Frugal living means getting the best deals. Frugal people always look for discounts as they translate to savings. They often buy during sales and around other notable dates and seasons like Black Friday, Christmas, Cyber Monday, Easter, amongst others. Generally, frugal people buy in bulk to score massive discounts and get free shipping. They leverage coupons and reward points and prefer to pay in cash to get some money off. The takeaway: don't pay the full price when you can save. Frugal people hunt for discounts. Number 10. Frugal people are not afraid to say no. Do you know why so many people can't save up? That's because they don't know how to say no to expensive habits. They find it hard to say no to friends with costly habits and spouses who always ask for more. That's not living frugally in my view. Take Calvin Coolidge's words for advice. There is no dignity quite so impressive and no independence quite so important as living within your means. I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend more on family and friends, but you should know the boundaries. I started by saying that being frugal is about setting priorities in your spending. So, if something is not essential, say no. Say no to expensive dinners and vacations, and you'll save. The takeaway: ask yourself if something is a priority before agreeing to spend money. In conclusion, copying the habits of frugal people saves you money. The daily behaviors are practical for anyone to try them out. You may have to deny yourself some comforts, but you do it for the sake of a better future. So the sacrifice is worth it. I know that this video was exciting and you loved it. Also check out this exciting video about 10 simple tricks to save money faster and other life-changing resources in the description below. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're definitely missing out. See you in the next one.